And welcome back. We're picking up where we left off last time in Planet Crafter. One of the things I had promised at the end of the last part is we're going to check to see if we can get more animals going with the traits that we have. Don't necessarily want to find more, but assemble more if we have them. Makes a lot of sense. Okay, we've got the colors, we've got the thing, and then we might as well throw whatever traits we have on them. And there we go. So one more animal. Not a lot more animals, but one more. And again, I think we're going to continue to be out exploring. Although apparently I'll need to build another chest to get some more of this stuff out of inventory. Unless I can find a good use for fertilizer, mutagen, construction-wise right away. Could make more amphibian farms. That's the big one that sticks out. And the mutagens obviously would probably go into making the amphibians themselves. Yeah, I think I just need another chest. Need another locker somewhere. Let's take it over here. I'm gonna set this one to be regular fertilizer. Just regular fertilizer. I'm actually gonna sell it to supply the mutagen. And then we'll tell our existing ones to sort out for us, right? So we told the other one up there, hey, you are the fertilizer. So we'll send fertilizer out of this one. This one was set to take fertilizer. If I set it to give fertilizer, it should take it off the get fertilizer. Here we go. I'll sell it to send bacteria samples as well, because the other one over there was bacteria samples. That'll help for a little bit of rearranging for us. Save some space. And then I gotta think about where haven't we explored. We've been down here before, but we really weren't down there to explore. Apparently we can get fish eggs out of the ocean. Fair enough. Don't think that's a biome for us to go into. I think this was the way in there, although I think that's into the biome we were in. Yeah, let's check that pathway and make sure that it is the way into where we were before. Then we'll do some exploring down here. In this one. So let's go catch the rover. Get to driving. Probably due to airtime is not good for steering apparently. Apparently the steering wheels do not work when you're in the air. Reasonable physics application, I suppose. Pretty sure this way leads to... We have to explode to get past. I think this, again, as I said, I think this is the other side of the rocks from where we were before. Oh, I obviously need the explosives to get through, otherwise we're not going to get through. No getting through the rocks without big bada boom. I'll take two. I think I might only need one to get through. I'll take two. Okay, so that's enough blown up for us to get through. Make it a cleaner through, I would need to blow more up, but this has confirmed what I suspected, which was this was a biome we've been in before. No more to be gained from going that way. I mean, we've been out in this biome before, but we haven't been along the top edge here, so I'm just going to see if there's anything over here. Like, wreck-wise to explore. Oh, that looks like a cave up there. Let's check the cave out. That is a cave? No, not a cave. False alarm. Driver's doors on the left side. Oh, I guess that is intentionally very smoky. Dusty, because we're not supposed to go that way. Okay. In base. Solar panels here, we could in theory... nope, can't disassemble. Getting ahead of myself, assuming I can assemble and build them. Little underground base here. So you can find some story there. Another energy multiplier fuse, nice. I found some weird remains around here, as if humans had already been living there. This planet is so far from habitable world, how could it be? The remains seem like ancient debris, but I can tell that the ones who made it were highly advanced. The tablets are unreachable, as almost everything has been, erased by erosion and storms I don't understand. Okay. That filled the inventory up pretty close to full. Okay. Okay, so he's got a bunch of tablets. Tier 3 heater. Private scavenger assignment reconnaissance. Normal number of ships from various companies have disappeared in this prime sector. Go there and find out what you can. Prime objective, investigate the sector, discover why some ships seem to vanish. Second objective. Find and report the presence of any hostile life, identify crashed ships, and report them to their respective corporations. Record the whereabouts of all merchandise found. I'm now completely positive that I found the remains of another civilization. I can't believe it. Could it be this other race we met that completely vanished so many years ago? I need to transmit this information at all costs. Didn't manage to set up a way to communicate yet. Outside of the storm, it's getting bigger and bigger every day. Yeko. We got one locker. It's just the one locker that I haven't... a little bit out of that one, yeah. And then a bunch of machines to disassemble. I'll put the iron in. Oops. Put the iron in here for the moment. You might build a locker system out of it later, but for the moment it's in the inventory and I don't want it there. The blueprint chimps aren't useful anymore, but because of course the game has more in game than you need. Good way to think about it. But still gonna loot them. Still gonna loot them. Okay. And then we're going to do basically what we've done before, which is I do a foundation grid. On the foundation grid, I'm going to do a furniture locker. In the furniture locker, I'm going to put what we don't want to carry with us. Set to supply, set to bots. If we need that, can come along and pick it up later. We've been into the cave over there, so I'm not going to go in that cave. I'm not going to go in that cave today. We've explored here before. Hydration's a little low. Might have to get out and use one of the water balls in the trunk. That's the other end of the mushroom cave. I think we've finished exploring that wreck. I might be wrong. Random pond in the middle of the volcanic. Gets us some specialty frog eggs. We'll take those. Blue chest. We'll loot the blue chest. Back in our truck to continue exploring. Oh, we're up on the coastline here, where the volcano hits the coast. Apparently the truck is not protection against lava. We took some damage driving through that waterfall of lava. Yeah, there's the coast down there. So that's the end of that, the end of the map of that direction. Check out that island. Try to park the thing. Vaguely flat terrain, so the vehicle doesn't drift too much when I get out and look around. Okay, not much that I can see here. That would be particularly useful / interesting. Gauging a little bit of proverbial Subnautica here in Planet Crafter and looking under the water, although I'm not expecting to find anything useful down here. Oh, we've got some fish. Which probably explains why this is a biome you can get fish eggs in if you put the Water Life Collector up. Generic frog eggs. Just pet the wild wildlife. Okay. Oh, actually, that's not a wild, or not a generic frog egg. That's a special frog egg. Pick that up. Definitely terraformed enough that we're getting actual animals out on the planet. Yeah, if you think about it, all this wildlife has to be literally younger than our character here, because it did not live on the planet before we were here. Another interesting chest. Your contents. Apparently it's a cobalt biome. Go sort of fly in here. We'll see if we can see anything, and then we'll probably take our exit back to base. The experience tells me that this is not the most maneuverable place for the truck. We'll have to come back in around from the north if we want to come down with the truck again. The rover again. First, there's at least one more spot over here I want to explore. Just a lower area down here. Another blue chest. Another blue chest. Well, I don't necessarily have the inventory space for all the loot here. Lots of frogs. Another blue chest over there. Plenty of chests to loot. We're running out of space, so we're not going to loot them all. Pick this one and go. In fact, I'm not even going to be able to take that one entirely and go by itself. Is that enough? The rest of the chest? Yes. Okay. Before I get distracted too much, let's get back to base and try to empty the rover. Rover's a bit full. Anyway, we're about to hit 400. There we go. So there's the extraction platform. We need to build that to win the game. And officially we've hit complete terraformation. I think there's a couple more unlocked that hit like 1 or 4.15. Oh, still need a little bit more terraforming, but obviously we'll pick that up with just exploring. Jeremy? So, for the rocket. Extraction rocket. Fusion cell, energy multiplier, circuit board, pulsar quartz, uranium rod, iridium rod. I think we can do that. Well, the first problem is I'm going to need to get some stuff out of my inventory. Let's set you up as tier 2 fertilizer. Demand tier 2. Yes, I know I just put them the wrong one, but it'll be fine. Traits can go in there. You're gonna supply tier 2. Should make some space. Oh, maybe I should have done mutagen instead. Too late. Food seeds can go in here. And that's got enough inventory space cleared, so I can start working on the extraction to get the victory. So fusion, energy, circuit board, uranium, pulsar, iridium. So some of that I can just grab out of chests. So the uranium's over here. Going one of you. Circuit board's going to be in here. Iridium's in here. Also, it's pretty easy to do. Although I'm gonna drink water from the pond. Energy multiplier. Pulsar. And now I just need to make a fusion energy cell. Probably gonna require more pulsar. 3 pulsar, 2 osmium, 1 obsidian. New message. Large explosive device. From Sentinel Corp. Planet Crafter. Congratulations, our sensors indicate that you have successfully terraformed your assigned planet. However, our monitoring indicates that your planet has been an anomaly that has prevented us from colonizing it. You must destroy this anomaly before using the departure platform so our ships can extract you. Please receive the recipe for an explosive device able to do this task. This is not an automated message. There we go. So that's telling us that we need to make that explosive to go destroy the thing that's keeping us stuck here. Where do I make that explosive device? Oh, I gotta manually build it. Place under the Warden's anomaly and trigger it to be able to leave the planet. Okay. Well, we're gonna work on getting the extraction platform up first. Which means I need a fusion cell. And I gotta find a nice place for this platform. Put next to the trading, most of the trading rocket over here, maybe? Maybe? Okay. That'll work. Got the platform, and always looking up to build the engine. So Blazar, Solar, Obsidian, Rocket Engine, Osmium, Super Ally. One Super Ally rod. One Osmium rod. And we need some of the Pulsar stuff. Obsidian. And a rocket engine. And we have to build the extraction site and the extraction rocket regardless of which way we're winning. So this is not necessarily redundant. Yeah, so we can put whatever we want in the extraction rocket. I think, much like Subnautica, it saves before you extract. And here we go. Extraction. Quit the planet once and for all. Error. High interference levels detected. Please destroy the interference source to be able to receive extraction. So this is telling us what we need to leave by the original primary victory condition. The alternative victory conditions, I believe, show up as a replacement to this if you've achieved them. So I believe we can blow the anomaly up and still go do the other objectives. Right, so that's what we're gonna go do. We're gonna go blow that anomaly up. 718 43 2269. Let's go get what we need for the explosive. Which is another fusion cell. It's gonna be one big bomb. That's the case. Although I suppose that shouldn't be surprising. They described it as a big bomb. Uranium rods are upstairs, although there probably is one in the autocrafter. Yeah. Pulsar. A couple osmium and an obsidian. And then to make the bombs, I'll need, or make the explosive powder, I need 6 sulfur, 3 iridium. Okay, we should be able to put all the bits together. There we go. So we got everything we need for that. We do still have more unlocks, 4.15. And I believe when we hit 4.15, we're going to get another message. So we're going to get a message from, I believe, Riley about the smuggler option. I'm not intentionally delaying until that pops up. Realizing I should probably try to do something to, you know, empty the truck a little bit more before we go do this explosive. And I suppose that is also delaying as well. So. There we go. Solar system screen. Interplanetary travel rocket. So we want to go to the other planets and not win purely by this location. That's what we need. What do I need to build those? Solar system screen. Then, do I have to win the game to get the interplanetary travel rocket? Portal, extraction, trade, launch platform. It's just unlocked. Oh, because it's built on the extraction platform. That's actually a good question. I might not be able to build it on the existing platform if we've got a rocket on it already. Suspect it might be there. Might allow me to build it as well. Space occupied. Okay. Yeah, I'll have to build another platform if I want to build that. Let's get the space screen up first. Is silicon. And a couple things, a couple quartz. I'm gonna put it down here with the other screens. And here we are, we're on Prime. The other ones we've got in the system are Selenia and Aquilus. Or at least I think those are the ones we've got in vanilla. At least one of those are vanilla. I forget which one's which. I think vanilla has one other planet, and then the other ones are the DLCs. Moon-covered water resources are scarce, mostly organic, and no human traces detected. That caps out at 700. Selenia. A moon with basic resources available, advanced human settlement detected. Interesting. Items to unlock or find. Selenium and Selenia. Spacesuit. Tier 2 recycling machine. Growth multiplier. Megadome. Tier 2 asteroid attraction rocket, and so on and so forth. Phosphorus, some fish, different types of fish eggs. Tier 2 wind turbine, better fertilizer, better outdoor farm, which needs the improved fertilizer, better butterfly farm. We want an animals multiplier fuse. That's where we get that from. Better animal food, so on and so forth. Barren, water cycle, vegetation, clear sky, breathable atmosphere, natural life, complete terraformation, submerged, seismic activity, coral, seismic shocks, water plants, breathable atmosphere, natural life, complete terraforming. And then we have system-wide terraforming, which is, I think, the sum of all the planets, which unlocks us things like the Interplanetary Exchange Rocket, which allows you to push things back and forth between multiple systems. We're well off from there, because apparently the system terraforming is a lot higher than the individual planet terraformings. Tier 7 backpack, quartz craft station, Tier 5 oxygen, planet delivery depot. Allows us to retrieve. This allows us to set up automated, okay. Better plant rocket, better trade multiplier. Better jetpack, more insects, more magnetics, better rocket engines, energy multiplier, cosmic quartz, the end of the track there. Yeah, and obviously, either I only have 2 available because I don't have any of the DLC, or there's 2 that are unlocked to the DLC and they're planning on more. I'm not sure. I'll double check before we try going to any of the other planets. I think we're gonna finish this stream off with how to describe it. We're gonna finish the stream off by completing 1 victory objective, which makes this a bit of a short stream, but I think that's fine. I'm going to transition from sort of a 4-part, 4-day stream. We're going to keep doing 4 parts, but I'm going to go down to 3 games. I think one I'm going to do. Because I got an upcoming trip for wedding. Not my wedding, someone else's wedding. So there'll be another period where I'm out. I might be still helping people do more moving. We shall see. Yeah, can I go ahead and get another extraction platform? Well, we'll see. Let me get this first search objective done. I know where we gotta put the bomb, so let's go put the bomb, set the bomb off. And yeah, I think we came across what we needed to blow up in the first. Well, actually, I suppose it's technically the second ruin for the Wardens. So the thing we want to blow up is down here. So you need to go find the first one to get the key to open this door. So you can go down here. And then one of the sides here has the thing we need to blow up. I don't think it's this one. I think it's the other one. This is the Warden ship. Although it might be the other side. I might be the wrong side. Oh yeah, I'm at the wrong side. Let me fly to the right side quickly. This is the wrong one. Those that know knew I was flying to the wrong one the entire time, I suppose. So it's the other side, next side. So I think because I just went to the wrong one, I think it's the one in the super early location. Yeah, this is going to be quick to me to get there. This way. There might actually be a slightly quicker way, but this is the way I'm going. Get our guy hydrated. Okay, blowing this thing up that we're about to blow up, I don't think precludes you from going into any of the other victory conditions. I could imagine the Wardens might not be appreciative of you blowing it up, but that's a different victory. I'm not sure the victories actually talk to each other, if that makes sense. There's three different ways you can win. We're going to do the simplest one, which is follow what we get told. Which is we terraform the planet. We've been told to make it ready for colonization, which means we should blow up the thing suppressing the power of the colony ships. I think a wrong turn on the wrong side. I think I did. Obviously, the last time we were in here, we were, I think, still needing to breathe. So we weren't running about, or weren't having as much time to spend looking in here. Went up the wrong end. It'd be flying, but this is no fly zone. Don't chuck ourselves into the void. Oh no, was that the right place? Definitely not that side. If I'm wrong, go back to the rocket, and the rocket has the coordinates where we need to go. And we'll actually follow the coordinates instead of just yellowing into where I think it is. Oh. There it is. So this is the thing that's making a lot of the ships simply crash. So we gotta blow this up. That's an explosion. New message received. Presumably giving me adequate time to get out. Weren't smart enough to get that far away. let's check up that message. I think that's the smuggler message, actually, now that I'm thinking about it. For objective, or for option 2 on how to finish the quest. Finish the game. And yeah, so we're pretty much here at the end of the run, so we're probably gonna bring the stream to a close after we get the first victory here. If you want to see more, like if you want to see some of the other planets, feel free to let me know. I don't have any of the DLCs, I just picked up the base planet or base game. But I wouldn't be opposed to either starting fresh with one of the DLC planets or continuing by flying from this planet to a different planet if people want to see content from this game. And yeah, I think if that's the message that I think it is, that might be another thing to try, is to see how quickly we can get the number of Terra tokens in sort of a speedrun fashion, where I time how long it's taking, try to actually do that fast. I think sitting here, now that we've basically achieved victory, sitting here to get that objective doesn't seem super interesting to me, but seeing how fast I could do it from scratch I think would be more interesting. So we got a message from Central Core. Our Planet Crafter, our monitoring indicates the anomaly has been successfully destroyed. You are part of the glorious 1.84% of successful Planet Crafters. We recommend that you use the extraction platform to be extracted from the planet and conclude your journey. Alternatively, you can join our highly experimental Better Life program and continuing the terraform process in nearby moons. Using the travel rocket help us increase our knowledge of the terraform technique, thus helping other Planet Crafters. So that's basically saying, hey, now that you're deep enough in the game, you can go do other planets if you want. So if you want to see that, feel free to let me know. We may do that in a different ways. Okay, so if I want this is another thing here. Give us our bits back. Good. Yeah, so there's the interplanetary travel rocket. So if we wanted to go to a different planet, that's what we'd put in. And then if we want to just win the default vanilla game, we have the extraction rocket. I'll put that down. We can see we have one of the victory options. Leave the planet, place your faith in the hands of Sentinel Corp. Now, I have been told that at this point in the game it does save for you. I'm doing a quick save just to make sure. And we'll have, presumably, the game's outro. It did give me the subjugation achievement, which is get this victory goal. So. Congratulations, we have successfully terraformed this planet. Looks like they destroyed my base after I left. Because presumably I don't need it. Now we'll re-examine your sentence based on the various deviations from the rules that can be attributed to you. For the moment, we'll remain in detention while our case is being examined by Sentinel Corp. So yeah, maybe this was not the best ending. Okay, and it unceremoniously drops us back here on the title screen. And yeah, the save is still there. So if we want to, we can load back into the save, which should dump us, as I presumed, right back in front of the extraction robot or rocket. So if we wanted to see that ending, we could do that ending again. If people want to see the other endings, feel free to let me know, and I'll try to record the other endings. One is basically a big scavenger hunt to go find 10 keys. First, you got to find the thing to tell you where the keys are. Haven't done that. The other one is in relation to this Riley guy, I believe. So presumably we have a way to contact him, and he gives us the smuggler quest. Smuggler way off the planet, which involves getting a whole lot of Terra tokens. So we check how many Terra tokens we have right now. We've got 14, almost 15,000. Anyway, I don't necessarily know how to contact him. I just know that you can. To get that quest. Those are the two on Prime for us left to do. Unless I screwed up, no, I'm missing a building or something. I think... Yeah, I think there is a way to contact him. I just don't know how to do it offhand. But yeah, this is the end of basically vanilla. We've terraformed Prime. There's 2 other planets in the system that's implying I may or may not have access to. I suppose I can quickly disassemble the current rocket we have here. And we'll go ahead and build the interplanetary one, see if I can actually travel to the other ones. I'm not sure if the vanilla game has any other planets to go to offhand. Need another energy fuse, which I suppose I can just nick from you. Hopefully it doesn't take the power grid offline. I know it didn't. Power grid is too robust to be brought offline by such minor inconveniences. Okay, we need green, and we needed a couple more fusion cells. Oh, it was also in there for food. That's what I was sticking my head in there for. Okay, probably grabbing too many fusion cells, so I remember. I'm gonna need more osmium. Stealing my bars. Okay, and the other thing I need is obsidian. I have some inventory. I need more than that, and I need it for the ship as well. Okay. Oh, I also need an osmium rod for the rocket launch. So daisy. There we go. And we can get this built, and we can see what options it's leaving us with. Here we go. System exploration. Go to a nearby planet. If you choose to explore another planet, you will leave this planet with only the content in your backpack and the container in the travel rocket. If you land on a barren planet, you'll have to build another rocket to come back. So you should really plan ahead and at least take resources to be able to survive and build another departure platform and travel rocket. Checklist. Recommending some things to take with you. Hey, bring the extraction platform. Stuff to bring the extraction platform. Hey, bring the stuff to build the rocket. Hey, bring the rover. Stuff to build a rover. I suppose technically we could pack the rover. We empty the rover up and just pack it in our inventory. And then it is giving me 2 options here. These might be the 2 options you get if you are just vanilla. What I'll do is I'll do a quick save here, and we'll do pop out of the main menu. And I can see what we can start new game-wise on maps. So we do new game. We've got Prime and Selenia. Okay. So the third option it was giving us, I believe, either it's not a place you can start, or it's the DLC planet. I'll tab quickly in another browser. Brag up what the planets are in Planetcrafter. Prime. One person, well, Reddit's suggesting Prime, Humble, the Moons, then Toxicity. I know Toxicity is the DLC. I think Humble is the DLC, is a different DLC. Let me pop on the store page, see what DLCs I'm missing. It might be that you can go to the Moons, which is Selenia is one of the Moons. Even if you don't have the DLC. Yeah, so I don't have Toxicity, I don't have Humble. I don't have the soundtrack. Okay. Yeah, I assume those are the actually smaller moon for advanced players. Okay, so that's sort of the advanced difficult start. Or we've got the other moon to go to. We load into the base. The one we've completed here. Aqueous. So apparently we can't start on Aqueous, but we can go there. Is where we're at. Okay. So yeah, this is where we're going to go ahead and bring this run to a close. If you're watching on YouTube, obviously there will not be another one up tomorrow unless, well, even if you tell me you want there to be another one up tomorrow, there won't be. If you want to see more Planetcrafter, feel free to let me know, and we may do one of the other planets, do some crafting on one of the other planets. Or if you want to see any of the other endings, feel free to let me know. So yeah, that's the plan. If you're watching on Twitch, then now's a good time to leave those comments if you want to while you're watching live, if you're watching live. If you're watching later, just a reminder, I've streamed this live to Twitch under the username WillCole, and I'm recording it locally for upload to YouTube under the username WillCole100. I'm gonna have a bit of a short stream today. Coming back from helping people move meant that I had to sort of catch up on recording. And as I said, I think we're going to drop from 4-game, 4-night, 4-part schedule to a 3-game, 3-night schedule, so I can record ahead to account for the fact that I'll be out for a wedding. I think we'll still continue doing 4 parts. We'll still do streams of about the same length. Obviously, this one's shorter because we finished the game. With that, let me go over the schedule for the next couple days for Twitch. And obviously, if you're watching this on YouTube, some of this might actually still be in your future. This is the second part in this recording session. So, no, actually, this will all be in your past. This one should just ended. What I'm about to say is going to end over the last couple days. So today it was Planetcrafter. Tomorrow on Twitch, I'm going to be streaming Terra Invicta. Monday, I'm going to be streaming Darkest Dungeon. Tuesday, I'm going to be streaming Songs of Six. And then I think this part is the part that's going to go up live 9 a.m. on Wednesday. So if you're watching this on YouTube and you can't wait for the next part in any of those series that you've been hearing about in that schedule, feel free to hop over to Twitch. The Twitch VODs should still be up for the next 14 days or so from when they were recorded. And by the time that they're no longer up, they should already be on YouTube in 1080p and 60 frames per second. So with that, I'm going to wish you all the best of luck and a good time until the next part, and or stream, and or other run we do. And just a reminder, if you want to see more, leave a comment. Until then, bye for now.